I'm James Andrews Howell. I'm faculty in the Department of Veterinary and Biomedical Sciences, and I oversee our undergraduate programs in toxicology and immunology and infectious disease. Students who are passionate about immunology and infectious disease tend to be students that are interested in science and want to change the world. So we get a lot of students who are interested in going to medical school, students who are interested in research careers, and increasingly there's a large group of students who come in who are interested in public health, particularly global public health. These are science majors, and they're fairly difficult majors among the majors at Penn State. And so students who succeed in these majors have really strong science backgrounds from high school. They need to not be afraid of math, but they need to really have a strong interest in molecular and cell biology, but also an interest in epidemiology, so the sort of the population level analysis of infectious disease around the world. And it's not necessarily so obvious to students, but it turns out that, well, for instance, we don't call it swine flu and bird flu for nothing, right? So influenza, for example, is one of these diseases that we call zoonoses. In other words, there are animal reservoirs for, in this case, a virus. So the connection to veterinary medicine is very direct and very important. But more broadly, the safety of food that comes from animals, or the issue of zoonoses, diseases that can come from animal reservoirs and infect human populations, makes the connection between animal health, human health, and in particular infectious disease really a direct one. Students who finish the degree in immunology and infectious disease tend to go to medical school or to PhD programs to pursue research careers, or into master's or doctoral programs in public health. There are also students who finish and get employment right away after 4 years as research technicians, but I think it's fair to say that the majority of our students go on to professional training either in medical school, research PhDs, or public health graduate programs. It turns out actually that research is crucially important for really any career path in science. So no matter what you think you want to do with a degree in immunology and infectious disease, so research experience is key, because no matter what field of employment you go into in science, having the direct experience of how the experiments are carried out and how science actually happens is something that'll be important to you, even if you go to work for a drug company and work on the marketing side or the regulatory side. Actually understanding how those drugs work and how they're developed will give you a leg up for advancing in those careers. Needless to say, if you're going into medicine or if you're going into research, having a research background will help you too. So there's no career in science where you won't have an enormous advantage by having research experience. So if you're at Penn State or at any university and you go through 4 years of a science program like immunology and infectious disease, and you don't take the opportunity to get research experience, you're really missing out.